Here we will be talking about the realization process of the Pro-Cnc Strategic Partnership Project, which is a strategic cooperation guided by the European Union and the Turkish National Agency within the scope of the Erasmus Plus program. Its subject and title are Design of Curriculum for Woodworking CNC Operators in Turkey. Erasmus Plus projects aim to develop original solutions by benefiting from strategic partnerships through transfer of good practices. We would first like to give some information about who we are, why we felt the need to carry out this project, and how and with whom we worked with. İkoor has been manufacturing home, hotel, and contract furniture since 1994 in İkoor, Ankara. We have fulfilled many prestigious projects predominantly internationally and also domestically. These projects include hotels, corporate institutions, and many other successful projects which have generated high added values. A few examples include the auditorium of the Heydar Aliyev Center in Azerbaijan, the conference hall of the Awaza Convention Center in Turkmenistan, and the Marinos Congress Culture Center in Bursa, Turkey. Why we wanted to carry out the Pro-Cnc project and which were the problems we targeted. Turkey aims to realize a $500 billion export target by the year 2023, $6 billion of which is comprised of the woodworking and furniture industry. Currently, this figure is around $2.5 billion and a substantial step-up is required. Just like in any other industry, computer-aided design and manufacturing technologies increasing quality, cost, time span, and therefore competitive capacity have improved for the furniture industry. When analyzed, it is apparent that companies wishing to manufacture high-quality products invest sizably in CNC machines. Naturally, this reality calls for more well-equipped designers and operators. Unfortunately, inefficacy of operator training in Turkey causes ineffective utilization of these machines, resulting in increased malfunctions, idle periods, reduced productivity, and decreased competition capacity. Does Europe suffer similar problems? How can we benefit from good practices taking place in Europe and the rest of the world? These questions led to our decision of realizing this project. Thus, in order to ensure the productivity we expected, the need for designing a curriculum and preparing a new learning systematic for CNC operators emerged. Summed up, our expectations from the project are for CNC operators to be recognizant of the machinery, enabling them to operate effectively, to sustainably enhance the problem-solving capacities of CNC operators over the long term, to provide CNC operators with the ability for parameter and macro programming. Considering with whom we could realize such a project, we first formed a team within ourselves and learned how we could benefit from the potential opportunities the EU and the Turkish National Agency had to offer. Later, we determined our strategic partners, shared the tasks, and made an application to the national agency. Our project was accepted and funded. Our partners and their roles in a few words are as follows. The Middle Eastern Technical University, METU, with whom we have worked with on several different projects, agreed to provide the current analysis and to develop the curriculum and learning systematic. The Office Furniture Industry and Businessmen's Associations, OMSIAD, whose members include companies like us who are trying to solve similar industry-related problems, agreed to provide guidance on detecting the industry's problem, to carry out fieldwork, and to get through to companies who employ CNC operators. Infotron Incorporated, which specializes on simulations, supported us on technology-related information exchange, as actual machinery use during training is difficult and costly. We also collaborated with ARIS from Italy and the European Association for Vocational and Social Education, EBG, from Germany, which are both active in the field of technical training. They participated by sharing CNC operator curriculums and good practices in the EU. Nevzat Hussein Tiryaki Vocational and Technical High School, one of our neighbors in İkoor, whom we collaborate with from time to time and which is an example of the current vocational technical education in Turkey, agreed to contribute as they provide labor force to the industry. We gathered the actions that needed to be taken as follows. Examining the current situation of the furniture and woodworking industry in Turkey and determining the CNC operator profile. Benefiting from European partners' good practices with befitting examples regarding curriculum and guidebook designs. Preparing an adult education guidebook for CNC operators and designing a specific curriculum for Turkish CNC operators. Our desired outcomes from this project are as follows: improving the furniture and woodworking industry in Turkey to such a level that it is part of the global competition. Achieving and exceeding the 2023 targets regarding furniture export by increasing added values. Generating employment and increasing social welfare in Turkey. With these objectives in mind, we composed a project calendar. February 26, 2015, we started our activities with a meeting held at İkoor's head office in Ankara. June 22 through 26, 2015, we received our first short-term CNC training in Berlin. August 31 through September 4, 2015, our second training station was Terni in the Umbria region. During these processes in Germany and in Italy, we obtained theoretical and practical information and inquired about training materials, the educational environment, and the technical education systematics of these countries. September 15, 2015, we published our interim report with the outputs METU provided. December 4, 2015, with the attendance of all our strategic partners, we carried out an assessment meeting in Germany, scoping out training activities in 2 countries, as well as works carried out in Turkey. March 15, 2016, we presented our project as a sample project for new possible participants at the Erasmus Plus Cross-Industry Opportunities meeting hosted by the national agency. April 13 through 19, 2016. All findings and outputs regarding the possible curriculum and learning systematic for CNC operators in Turkey were presented by METU to all our partners for review and evaluation. During this period, we also visited the Salone dei Mobili, one of the most significant trade shows worldwide for our industry, and had a chance to discuss where the industry is headed, as well as worldwide competition topics. June 2, 2016. We held a multiplier event meeting with over 300 participants at İkoor's factory in İkoor, Ankara. During this meeting, we had the opportunity to present and disseminate our project, receiving ideas and critiques, and contributing to the subjects with Q&As. The participants included senior executives from the Ministry of Education, the Ankara Chamber of Industry, the Vocational Qualification Institute, the Turkish National Agency, and the city administrators, as well as association presidents, company executives, industry representatives, vocational and technical high school teachers and students, and colleagues. Industry-related problems and possible solutions were shared and worked upon, while prudential suggestions and wishes were discussed. July 21, 2016. With a dissemination event held at İkoor's head office in Ankara, we shared the project with both local and international participants, exchanging opinions to further the progress of the subject. September 2016. The final report was published. Within the scope of multiplier events, we are still gathering critics and contributions from all our collaborators, proceeding to disseminate the information we have collected, both from the social media and our website, as well as from the meetings we've held. During this process, we have realized that although the contents are similar, information transfer, teaching and learning methods and systems, and developing application skills require some fundamental procedural changes. Considering the number of trainees, the costliness of the machinery, and supply expenses for manufacturing training calls for simulation applications. Furthermore, an interactive cloud system where people may share active instant solutions and instructions is necessary for sustainability. In order to achieve our targets, it is possible to point out that we need to build an efficient and productive system that can foresee how education and educative methods will evolve in the future, and while being up to date and easy adapting to constant change. We sincerely thank the EU and the Turkish National Agency, all of our strategic partners, the Ministry of Education, the Ankara Chamber of Industry, the Vocational Qualification Institute, the Central Anatolian Exporters Association, technical and vocational high schools, and all level operators of these establishments, as well as our employees and our friends and collaborators who have contributed voluntarily to this project from the application period until finalization.